Good morning again. Time for a yoga practice, but it's October. I'm not sure where September went. It was just boop, here and gone. So today let's add a little heat to our practice, a little warmth. So we'll start with a nice warm up, but we'll do a flow that is more of a ladder approach, meaning we just kind of add on and add on and add on, but keep the movement going. So we'll warm up the body, warm up the mind, get you ready for a good Friday and coast easily into your weekend. Meet me on your mat. Let's start on our backs. And your legs can be in whatever position feels comfortable. And feel the breath. Just notice the breath, making no effort to change the breath. Just saying good morning to the breath. Now begin to deepen your breath. So take a bigger inhale, maybe pause at the top. And then open the mouth and let it out. We'll take 3 more cleansing breaths that way. Inhale deeply. Pause at the top. 2 more. Experience that pause though, that sense of fullness. And then on your next inhale, we'll stretch. Good morning, stretch. And stay in this stretch. And we're on our heels now, so I want you to walk your heels to your right. And then cross the left ankle over the right. Now grab the left wrist and bend the upper body to the right. Kind of look like a little banana here. Breathe into the left side body. Feel this asymmetry. And then walk everything back to the center. Pause just to notice. Comparing the left side of the body with the right. Now on your heels, we'll tap dance over to the left. Take your right wrist and pull that upper body over to the left. You can cross the right ankle over the left too, coming into a banana shape. Take a big inhale into the right ribs. Right armpit, right hip. 2 more. And back to center. As you exhale, draw both knees into the chest and stir the thigh bones and the hip sockets, massage the low back. You can use your hands to guide your thighs, but if you want to start to wake up the core, just use the power of the core to guide the legs. Go in the other direction. Now keeping your right knee in, extend the left leg long. Both feet are flexed. Draw that right thigh close. Breathe deep. Now take the right knee and open it to the right. Extend the left arm out to the left. Take your gaze over to the left. You can do some circles through your right ankle. Wiggle your right toes. Coming back to center, let's take the right knee in the left hand and pull it across, coming into a twist. Right arm goes out on the floor. As long as the shoulder can be supported. If your shoulder's hanging out there in space, just bring your hand to rest on your hip. If you want a little deeper stretch, extend the right arm up by your ear. And back to center. Now keep that knee in. You can take your hand behind your knee to your shin or to the inside of your foot. We'll do half happy baby. Left leg is active. Keep the foot flexed. We're waking up all the muscles. Really a deep stretch into that right hip. And you can play a little here, maybe work to straighten or in that direction. Feel the stretch in the hamstring, the inner thigh. Now crossing your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Now we're going to slide the left foot to the mat. Keep your arms out of this, just let the arms be open. Push your right knee away from you. Keep that and pull the thighs up close to the belly. Just using your legs and your core. And then if you like, reach up through the left leg, press through the heel. You can point the toe, flex the foot. And unwind those legs, reach long. Good morning stretch. Maybe pause to notice left and right. And draw the left knee in, keeping the right leg active by flexing the foot. Draw the left thigh close. Breathe deeply, start to roll through the left ankle. Open the left knee to the left, guiding it open with the left hand. Right arm extends out to the right. Take your gaze to the right. And breathe. Both feet are flexed. Back to center. Take the knee in the right hand. Draw the knee across the body, coming into a twist. Left arm's out on the floor. Take your gaze to the left. Again, if the shoulder's really hanging out in space, take your hand to your hip. But if you've got some room to play and want a deeper stretch, you can bring the left arm up by the ear. And back to center. We'll take our half happy baby, you decide, and you can kind of stair step your way into a deeper stretch if you need to. Right leg is still active, check on it, flex the foot. Then work a little with the left leg, straightening and bending, just exploring the sensations of these sleepy muscles. A gentle coax into wakening up. And then a good morning stretch. Reach both directions, flex the feet, reach through the heels, reach through the fingertips, and then draw the knees in. Take the hands behind the knees 5 times, rock up and down the spine. Balancing each time you come up on the sit bones, switching the cross of the ankles and going back. Maybe we should do it 6, so it's even. Balance. So we're going to add some balance challenges today as well. I've lost count, so the next one will be my last. I'm going to come up and transitioning into boat. So trying to get my balance on my sit bones. Knees are hip distance apart. And work to extend the legs here any amount. Work the core. Breathe. Breathe into the upper chest. Let the low belly work. And get strong. And then come up to Sukhasana. Feel your sit bones. Let's rock a little side to side and then turn that rock into a swirl. So we'll touch into each of the bones underneath you. Left and right sit bone, pubic bone, tailbone, go the other way. Call this Sufi grind. And then find your way to balance, to stillness, to alignment. Pause here, notice the breath. With your exhale, a sense of being rooted, connected. And with your inhale, a sense of lifting, of rising, maybe a sense of creativity, open to possibilities. And with the exhale, a sense of stabilization, of being rooted and grounded. Bring the hands to heart center. As you inhale, palms face the earth, circle of joy. Exhale, push through the palms, round the spine, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, up, adding a little back bend here. And exhale, slow exhale, back home to the heart. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This is one of my favorite stretches, especially in a morning practice. Just let the sensation guide you. So if you want to hold someplace, hold. And a final exhale down to the floor with the fingertips. Now rest your hands on your knees or wherever your arms feel comfortable. We'll shoulder roll here. Slow and controlled, forward and up, back and down. Really waking up all the muscles of the shoulder or the rotator cuff. Stretching through the pectoralis muscles. And then inhale your arms up. Exhale, bring the arms behind you. Let's open through the front chest. So a little bend in the elbows. In fact, you can kind of lift your fist up to the high part of your pelvis and then draw those elbows towards each other like wings. You'll already feel that stretch right under the collarbones. Now push the knuckles down and maybe you pull the knuckles away from your low back. Try to keep the spine pretty neutral. So we're not really into a back bend. You're into a little back bend in the thoracic spine, but we're not going to take this into a deep back bend, so we isolate that stretch to the pectoralis muscles. The front chest, front body, hip flexors. We tend to get very short muscles in the front of the body because we spend a lot of time rounded forward. You might get a little tingly sensation in the wrists and in the forearms. That's okay. Let the hands go. Shake them up. Extend both arms out, long palms up. Let's take the right fingers in the left hand and pull, stretch, push through the heel of the hand. Then drop the arm. Drop the shoulders. Tip your left ear to your left shoulder. Then little tiny turns. Like you're shaking your head no, but just little movements, finding maybe some tension in the neck. You can bring your chin a little closer to your chest. Just play here. And discover the places that are just yearning for a little attention before you get busy with your day. And now let's take the second side. Stretching those wrists. Drop your shoulders. Right ear to right shoulder, and then find some movement. And then release. Wiggle those fingers, maybe circle through the wrists. This is a good idea throughout your day. Stop and do these wrist and hand movements, shoulder movements. Undo all of this that we do all day. Undo it. Go in the opposite direction. Come on to hands and knees. Meet me in table. Planting the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Push the mat away. Shift forward on your inhale. Another good wrist stretch. Exhale, shift back. Forward on your inhale. Maybe you even let your hips come down. Nice stretch in the hip flexors. Exhale back. Let's do 3 more. You decide how far to take these in each direction. One more. And then just a brief child's pose. Knees can be wide or hip distance apart. Wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists. And then press back to table. Line up the wrists and the knees. Reach back with your right foot. Stay on the ball of the foot, press through the heel. Bend the knee just a little bit. Then press through the heel again. Now keep all of this. We're pushing down into the mat, reaching through the right heel. Hover your left knee, your left shin, and maybe the left foot just a little bit. Feel the core. And shift your breath more into the ribs. Let the core work. And back down. We'll take the second side. Left leg back onto the ball of the foot. Push through the heel. Push down into the ground. Feel that stability of the shoulders. Bend your knee just a bit. Now push through the heel. Make sure shoulders are stable, and then hover right knee, right shin, and right foot. Just a little lift. Feel the low belly engage, the transverse abdominis. Breathe into the ribs. And then back down. Tuck your toes. Let's find down dog. And of course, we'll spend the first down dog playing. You can wag your tail a bit. You can wiggle around, moving from plank to down dog and everything in between. Now walk your feet wide and step them forward just a bit. We've shortened our dog. Spread the fingers wide. Push the hands away. And let that bring the belly closer to the thighs. Work to reach the heels down towards the mat, stretching through the backs of the legs. Take your left hand and reach across underneath your belly to your right shin and give yourself a little twist here. Maybe look under your right arm. Unwind. Take the second side. Right arm under reaches to the left shin. A nice pull and twist. Unwind. Step the feet back under the hips. Swing your right leg back and up. Bend your knee. And now stack your hips. Check on the shoulders. Make sure the shoulders don't twist, so you probably have to push a little stronger into that right arm. Breathe into the hips. 2 more breaths here. Feel that space. Unwind. And we'll take the second side, left leg back and up. Nice deep 3-legged dog, and then bend the knee. And then stack the hips. Now you'll have to push a little stronger through the left arm. And breathe. Unwind. Shift forward and find plank. So you might have to adjust your feet. Then come to a forearm plank. Elbows are underneath the shoulders now. Instead of the wrists, you can wiggle those hands, circle the wrists. I'm on the balls of my feet. I'm going to shift forward and then lower my hips and come into a Sphinx pose. Nice back bend. Now once I'm here, I'm going to push down into my forearms. Look down the tip of my nose. Draw your navel towards your spine. Roll your outer thighs out and down. Pull your hands towards you and feel that scoot your heart forward, and then recommit to this back bend. Push into the elbows again. Try to make this back bend smooth. Now rotate on the elbows until the hands are at the corners of your mat. Push into the arms, lifting up into seal. So a deeper back bend. Draw the navel towards the spine. Feel that support in the lumbar spine, the low back. So it's like an airbag holding that spine, those great big vertebrae that are in the lumbar spine in place. Back bends are energizing. Let's wake up. And then exhale, come down. Let's take a crocodile. Rest your forehead on your arms, separate the legs, and then windshield wiper the shins. Bring your pelvis along to release your lumbar spine, the low back. And then release the shins down to the floor. Let's take another 3 cleansing breaths. So big deep inhale and hold it, pause. And then open the mouth and melt everything, all the muscles. 2 more. Meet me in down dog. Swing your right leg back on up and take 1 great big step if you can. You can kind of wind that leg up if you need to. Step it forward and then bring the left foot to meet it. Plant your feet under your hips. Knees are bent. Let's take opposite elbows and sway a little side to side. Now take hands to shins and we're going to lengthen the spine, lifting halfway. Now hold here, drop your shoulders, push them away from your ears. Drop those shoulder blades down the back. Reach through the crown of the head, reach through the tailbone. Roll your inner thighs in and back. So you'll feel an outward push into the feet. You'll feel a little more space in the low back and the sit bones. Now as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, pull the feet away from each other, swing your arms out and up. And exhale, bring your hands home to the heart. Pause here, notice the difference now that we're standing, the sensations in the body. Alrighty, let's go. We'll start a little ladder flow. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Lifting halfway. Exhale, step back in plank. Inhale here, and then exhale, find your way to your belly. Let's take a cobra. You can do baby cobra if you want, but come up a little higher. We've already been in seal. Exhale down. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Shift your right leg back and up. Step it forward. Step forward with your left. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Pull the feet away from each other. Swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. Second side, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Step back in plank. Inhale here. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Tuck the toes, inhale, down dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Step it forward. Step forward with the right. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, fold. Pull the feet away from each other. Swing the arms out and up. Hands home to the heart. We'll add on. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lifting halfway. Hands to the mat. Step back in plank. Inhale here. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, back down. Inhale, down dog. Right leg back and up. Step forward. Externally rotate the back foot, coming up in warrior one. So rise up in Virabhadrasana 1. We'll hold here. Scoop the sit bones underneath you. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Exhale, fold forward, frame the foot, step back in plank. Come to the belly. Find your back bend. Coming back down. Downward facing dog. Left leg back and up. Step it forward. Warrior 1. Hands to heart. Hold here. Feel the stillness. Next exhale, frame the foot. Plank. Come to the belly. Back bend. Down on the exhale. Down dog on the inhale. We're going to either jump, step, or hop forward. So if you want to try a hop, give it a try. You might need a couple hops. And you may hop and then walk. As you arrive, you're on an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. Feeling the heat yet? Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lifting halfway. Stepping back in plank. Come to the belly, or you can just flip the feet and come into up dog. Tuck the toes, down dog. Right leg back and up. Step forward. Warrior one. Lift your prayer, lift your gaze. Exalted warrior, hold here. And exhale, frame the foot, step back in plank. You can go right to down dog if you want, or find your back bend, and then down dog. Left leg back and up. Stepping forward, rising up in warrior one. Lift your prayer. Exalted warrior. Hold. Exhale, fold forward. Frame the foot, plank to your back bend, to your down dog, to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Swing your arms out and up. Exhale, the hands home to the heart. Adding on, inhale. And exhale. Lifting halfway. Step back in plank. Find your back bend. Down dog. Right leg back and up. Step forward. Warrior one. Inhale, exalted. On an exhale, swing the hands behind you. Fold forward, humble warrior. Hold here. On your exhale, frame your foot, step back plank. Find your back bend or go right to down dog. And then down dog. Left leg back and up. Step it forward. Warrior one. Exalted. Hands behind the back. Lace the fingers, fold forward, humble. Frame the foot, step back in plank. Find your back bend. Find down dog. Find the top of the mat. Lifting halfway. Really lengthen, decompress the spine. Exhale, fold. Swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. Let's add one more thing. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Plank to your back bend. To down dog. Right leg back and up. Stepping forward, warrior one. Exalted. Humble. Now, take your hands to heart center, so you're kind of lifting halfway up. We'll come to a balance here. We're going to come to warrior three. So rotate to the ball of the left foot and start stepping it forward, balancing on the right. You can bring your arms out wide, hands to heart, arms by the ears or by the hips. Try to keep your toes facing down and the heels up. And don't be afraid to wobble. Now the dismount's warrior one. We'll take another exalted and another humble. Coming down to plank, find your back bend. Find your down dog. And find the top of the mat. Lifting halfway on your arrival, folding on your exhale. Swing your arms out and up. Exhaling the hands home to the heart. Inhale up, second side, exhale, fold. Lift halfway, step back in plank. Find your back bend. Find your down dog. Left leg back and up. Stepping forward, rising up in warrior one. Exalted. Humble. Now releasing the hands, coming to the ball of the right foot, lifting the chest a bit and stepping up onto the left leg. Warrior three. Try to keep the toes of the right foot pointed down and the heels up. And breathe. Exhale into warrior one. Into exalted. Taking a humble. Now frame the foot, come to plank. Drop your knees and come to child's pose. So narrow knees, wide knees. Bring your head to the mat, rest. And breathe. Breathing up and down the spine. We've spent a bit of time on the hands and wrists, so if you need to wiggle and massage, do that. Two more breaths. And come forward into a forearm plank again. I'll set this up. I'm on the balls of my feet, so I'm going to push myself forward, drop my hips, and come into Sphinx once again. Adjust the arms if you need to. Stick the hands to the mat and pull back. Feel that, pull your heart forward, and then you just kind of scoop up into a nice back bend. You can push a little deeper into the elbows. I'm going to bring the right forearm underneath my chest. Left arm out. Bend your left knee. Swing your left arm back there. Catch your ankle. And then turn your chest towards the mat, opening through the left chest. You can push your foot into your hand to help open your chest, but resist with the hand. Breathe. Unwind. And we'll take the second side. So left forearms underneath you. Right arms out. Right knee bends. Swing back there, big circle. Find the foot. And then we're going to open through the chest by turning the chest towards the mat and pushing the foot into the hand and resisting. So a little back bend. Then release. And we'll take a quick crocodile and we'll try for a bow pose here in a minute. And bend the knees. Swing the shins side to side. And then release the shins down to the floor. Pause again for a few cleansing breaths. Big inhale and pause at the top of the inhale. And then open the mouth and let it go. Two more. Now bring the legs hip distance apart. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Bend your knees. Reach back and see if you can catch both ankles. And then push both ankles into your hands. Resist with the hands. And breathe. And if doing this doesn't work, you can just lift up into like a baby cobra or a cobra. And then exhale. Release. Sit back briefly in child's. And undo that back, a little flexion. Breathe up and down the spine. And then walk yourself into a seated position, walking on the knees. Bringing the feet wide, left and right edges of the mat. Lean back, elbows are bent. And draw the elbows towards each other, open through the front chest. We're going to drop the knees to the right and take the gaze to the left. Second side. Let's do 2 more twists each side. Kind of pause as you twist. And then come to the right with the knees. Rise up on the right sit bone. I always have to kind of adjust on that sit bone. So right angles with the legs. My chest is turned towards the inner right thigh. I'm going to fold forward here. If you have a block close by, it can be nice to rest your head on it. Or you can just rest your forehead on your thumbs. Or if coming that low doesn't work, just keep the arms long and support yourself on your hands. And breathe. Rising back up. Now we're going to bring the heels close. Take the hands towards the back of the mat and place them on the top side on the floor of your right thigh. So a little twist here. And then you can come down in this twist too, supporting the head on the thumbs or on a block. Rising up. You can return to that modified pigeon, the first shape we were in, or extend the left leg back and come into pigeon this way. And before we come down with this one, see if you can bend your left knee and bring your heel up there, and maybe you can take your right hand back for your ankle. Sometimes I get a cramp in the hamstring with this one, but today I feel pretty open. And then release, and then fold, any amount. You decide how far you want to go. And push the hands down into the floor, rise up. And I'm going to swing this left leg forward. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh or tuck the foot. Square your shoulders, square your hips. Reach up with your arms and fold forward into Janu Shirshasana across the wrists. And we're taking the right rib cage in a little bit of a twist towards the left knee. And then rising up, I'm going to cross the left shin in front of the right, coming back to Sukhasana. Inhale up. Bring the hands together and the thumbs touch the third eye. So between the eyebrows, lengthen through the crown of the head on the inhale. On the exhale, we're folding at the hips. You can bring your fingertips to the mat if you need to control this. If you can come clear down, resting the forehead again. And then inhale, see if you can come back up. Take your hands behind you. Unwind those legs. Drop the knees to the left. Come up on the left hip. Get a block if you have it for the head. And then adjust if you need to. Inhale, exhale, fold. Any amount. And notice similarities and differences. My hamstrings are getting twisted around my sit bone on the left here. Breathe. Support your head in some way. Block, thumbs, floor. And rise up. Heels towards you. Turn towards the back of the mat. The hands come down and we fold forward here. In deer pose. And come back up. And you can come into that forward fold again here. You can return to the right angle shape in the legs, or even just fold forward here in this deer pose. Or swing the right leg back, coming into pigeon. And before we go down, see if you can bend the right knee. Reach back with the left hand and catch your ankle. Really deep stretch for the quads on the right. And then release and work your way down. And you can come over onto the left hip so you don't just hang out in space, kind of have a little lopsided pigeon. And then rising up, swing that right leg forward, getting ready for Sukhasana. Sole of the foot to the thigh, or tuck the foot, square the hips, square the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, floating up and over across the wrists. And then left ribs towards right knee. Inhale up. Take the right shin in front of the left, back into Sukhasana. Inhale up. Exhale, thumbs to third eye. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, floating forward. Controlling that descent. Inhale, rise up. And find your way to your back. Do any last minute movements that you might feel you need before we settle in for Shavasana. Nice full happy baby might be nice. We've really opened up the hips this morning. And then play in your happy baby. Babies that are happy are playful, so play. And notice hamstrings as you're rolling around here, straightening one leg and bending the other. Maybe comparing left and right. All of these things keep you aware, keep that mind and body connection, but it keeps you mindful, it keeps you here. It's a way to anchor your mind. You have to give your mind a job. And then coming back, if you're in happy baby with me, take your ankles now, bring the soles of the feet together, and you can pull the ankles towards you as the forearms press into the shins, opening the knees. Supta, flying Supta Badakanasana. And Badakanasana can be nice for Shavasana pose if your hips are happy in this shape. If not, find something different. Tucking shoulder blades always feels good. And come to stillness. Nothing to do but breathe. If you're in butterfly pose with me, reach down there with the fingertips and help those knees come back up. Draw your knees into your chest. And just move a bit, whatever your body calls for. You can rock a little side to side. You know how to do this, just move. And then reach long again. Good morning stretch. Maybe wiggle some fingers and toes and ankles and wrists. Maybe even a yawn. And roll over onto your right side. Rest there for a moment with your head on your arm. Not a care in the world for the moment, right? I reach long with the top leg. And like you're going to roll onto your belly. Face kind of is down towards the floor. Then slide the hands by the armpits and rise up. That way you don't just toss the head up. Kind of lose all this zen that we've created with our practice. So I hope you felt a little heat with that. In yoga, we call it tapas. So staying warm as this weather changes and the cooler weather approaches, moving into the winter. Let's inhale, reaching up one more time. Exhale, hands to heart. Of course, may you have peaceful thoughts and words and a heart full of peace and a peaceful world. Namaste. Thank you all. I'll be back Monday at 7 a.m. Have a great weekend. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be. I've got several things to get done that involve seeing some wonderful grandchildren. So I'm going to have a good weekend. See you Monday.